Had to take me a little lunch break. We are not gonna get to all of these. I'll tell y'all now. So we're about to switch gears. This is what happens when I don't release, like, I truly feel like God gave me drive-by words. So sometimes they're just like real. It's not even that, like, this is what I'm picking up on in the spirit. And when I don't like release it immediately, I told you I'm like polka dot man. I start to feel sick or whatever, and it's just be like, where did that even come from? Like, it's been here, I just haven't released it. So this one is coming from like during my break, but I was actually going through it. Like, I didn't have a dream or nothing. Like, I was experiencing it, and this is just what he was telling me. Yesterday I tried to because remember, y'all, my dreams been like real warfare for like 2-3 weeks, and that's been different too, because usually it stops. It has not stopped. Like, it's just inside the warfare most nights. Basically, when I had tried to record this yesterday, but I couldn't because it was not coming out nice, and I was asking God, like, okay, am I like, sometimes the truth doesn't sound like nice, right? So when I had got sick, and my mama just texted me about that too, which is so weird. She's like, I think you did catch that virus because it's like going around here now. And I was like, yeah, because first I was like, I thought I had a virus because of how it came out of nowhere and how frequently I was throwing up. And I was like, how would I even have caught it? Like, where would I have caught it, right? And then I was like, well, maybe it's acid reflux. But when I tell y'all, I started to feel like how I felt in 2019, and even when I was laying on my couch, I was like, I haven't felt like this in a long time. That's what was making me think like it's some type of warfare. Hang tight, we're getting somewhere with this, because this isn't 100% what this word is about. But like prior to that, I had a conversation with someone who was wreaking havoc in 2019, and immediately after that conversation, like that day where we talked a long time, I was so tired. Like, I was so drained. And even when I had laid down early that night, I remember thinking like, oh, I haven't felt like this since 2019. And I think I've told y'all that before. There has been, like, in that season of my life, it was nothing for me to like go to bed at like 6 or 7. Like, my parents knew like I was asleep, but we used to just be like, oh, she just tired from work. She just tired from work. Nah, like, it was straight up witchcraft and like warfare. Like, when I tell y'all, I would like walk into the building and I don't know what would come over me, but then like as soon as I would walk out of the building, I was fine. It was the strangest thing. And I telework. So to feel that the other week was like, how? And I knew it was because like I opened up the lines of communication with somebody I was not supposed to. So that's why I'm starting that off with y'all, because like the witchcraft, the warfare, it's real. So there's like a difference. Like, he gave me a word for those who are like, they not too far gone. Like, they still jealous. They still do hurtful things. They may still bother you, but they're not this far gone. That's why I had mentioned this word, like when I was talking about the ex in the previous video. Like I said, my twin flame had some ways. He did some things, but he was not like the one I call my narcissistic ex. Homie was so far gone, just like this girl I'm about to tell y'all about, okay? There's a difference. And it even had me questioning, like, God, are some people, like, really just evil? Or is it just such a heavy oppression or possession? Like, there's not too many people I've encountered or, like, I dealt with or I know where I just think evil, like, you're evil. Like, it's not too many. This is the girl, ladies, that I need y'all to watch out for, but like close, like no contact. Like, they in the narcissistic community, that's what they call it, like no contact. And then like gray rocking, because I have to do that a lot. Like, once I start watching some of them videos, I was like, oh, that's what you call it when you do that, because I had already like started doing it. I don't think I wrote all this down, so I'm gonna say it first. They've been like, they fish, like they've been trying to bait you, and they're trying to get their hooks back in. And it goes back to what I said in the other video. Like, they don't like being outsmarted, outwitted. And that's why we got to stay in the Holy Spirit, because it always keeps us some steps ahead. Not only are they baiting and stuff, like they love competition. Like, the narcissistic ex used to pit me up against different girls. Ooh, I didn't like that. Because it's like, imagine me doing that, and I never did it, because that would destroy them, right? Because, first of all, I'm already win, because you're competing anyways. There's no competition in the kingdom, right? If you were to really entertain, like, they foolishness and like go for their jugular. That's what I'm saying. I used to be like that. It would hurt them. Like, don't make me get to that point to where the bad angel is like finish her or finish him, because I that's what I'm telling you, I don't tolerate that, because I know how it makes me act when I do entertain it, and that's just not my nature. But once you take me there, like, it's really hard to, like, y'all get what I'm saying? And in certain situations, it don't even come to that, because I probably would have lost my job. Like, I had to learn how to, like, I don't even just stay steps ahead, right? Because I feel like to be playing with somebody like that on the job is already, like, just kind of like, well, why? You don't care. And like, they, like, cause scenes and stuff, and then try to, like, hide their hand and, like, act like they had nothing to do with it, but they was the ones behind the scene orchestrating it the whole time. Like this are, like, they think people are a game. Like, they play with people for sport. They enjoy it. It brings them happiness. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if it's straight up demonic possession or what, but like the word God gave me today was sadistic. And I was like on Criminal Minds, sadistic. Sadistic means deriving pleasure from inflicting pain, suffering, or humiliation on others. So to deal with that at work is kind of crazy, right? To deal with that in a relationship is really crazy, because, like, why are you even over here? Like, they literally just enjoy. Like, they like to see you squirm. They like all of that. Like, I've dealt with all of this in every arena, right? So God gave me sadistic. They're jealous. Insidious is another word he gave me. Sometimes I hear the music off of a scary movie, and insidious means like, it's like a gradual type of thing. Like, it happens like slowly, but once you do like discover it, it's like, oh my God, like malignant is the word that he's giving me. Is very treacherous and crafty. And crafty is like what I was saying, like they throw the rock and they hide their hand. Like, you very manipulative. Like, you run around and say, y'all, like, don't let me get to a place where I'm free to tell all of my story. All of it. Like, it was the craziest thing, pitting people against you. Like, I don't know how you have time to do this. I dealt with this in college. Like, the wicked can't sleep at night. They truly can't. Like, they up, like, they don't feel better until they inflict pain or something on somebody else. Like, I don't understand that. So let's keep going down the list. Narcissistic on the list. Sexual perversions. Most of these people, I'm gonna say it, they are bisexual. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there. I've noticed, I picked up on things, whether it was the dude I was dating or the girls trying me. Like, we ain't gonna keep falling for this stuff. No. Obsessive, like, you don't like me, you hate me, you get so much pleasure, like, from watch. Sadistic, that is the word. From watching me, like, being all in my business. I guarantee y'all, the both of these people I'm talking about, the relationship one and the other one, I bet you they watch every video I upload. I guarantee you they watch every video. And if it's not every video, they take their time where they come and see what I got going on. When I removed myself from the female, like, blocked her and stuff as best as I could, because of the circumstances, like, I couldn't block her in every type of way. Like, I had to deal with her. She was calling me from other people's phones. Like, it's like she knew she was blocked. I don't even know how that, like, she knew she was blocked, and she was calling me from other people's phones. Like, oh, I thought you turned your phone off or something. It was during my break, I was going to tell y'all, like, because I didn't know all this stuff was randomly popping up in my mind, but it was like, most of my stalkers have been females. Like, Hawaii 5-0 came on, where the girl was delusional and stalking the Victoria's Secret models, like, and snuck up in the girl's hotel room and was about to kill her. Like, we could have been friends. Like, what? How? Okay. Delusional, obsessive with you. Like, it's scary, y'all. It's a difference. Like, what I'm talking about now is not like the normal, like we do like the weirdo conversations, but this ain't a weirdo. This is like a run. Like, okay. Stalker, calculating, which goes back to the crafty, the treacherous, the insidious. They're very, very calculating, but that's why we gotta stay tapped into the spirit, so we always steps ahead of them. No emotions. Like, the only time I really see true happiness come out of people like this, the ones I'm thinking of, is like when somebody else is not okay, or when the little mischievous plot or whatever worked, or they think it worked. Let something serious be going on, or people actually going through a hard time, They don't cry. Like, you know how normal people, like how we're saying, we get worked up watching, well, I won't even say we're normal, but when we get worked up watching stuff, we'll cry. Like, we're sensitive to spirit, all that. No. It's like, are you a human? Like, everybody else would be, it would be like, imagine being, like, Lord, I don't want to say this. Okay, imagine being somewhere where the mood is like somber and sad and people are hurting. These people are like fine, like, you know, like it's weird. But it's past weird. It's like scary. Remember, sadistic. And then all I got was that I didn't mention is they vex my spirit. And literally, like when she speaks, my spirit is so like sometimes like y'all, she vexes my spirit. I don't know any other way to say it. Like, period. And when she speaks, all I hear is snakes hissing. Like, really a difference. This isn't like a watch the girl that's like pretending to be your friend and she's not your friend. This person don't even really pretend to be your friend. Like, you know, like they don't like you, but why are you always around? Even like when I got to that point with a relationship, it was like, yo, like if you hate me, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why you talk to me if you hate me. If I'm so evil, if I'm like all these things, it was nothing but projection. You're evil. And it took me so long to figure that out. Like, that man almost destroyed me. And then I was so sick during the time period where I was so like oblivious to what this one particular girl was doing. I knew we weren't homies, like friends like that, but it was like, oh, but like you go home and you be thinking about me. Like, and I kid y'all not, I talked to them, you know, because thinking like, oh, okay, well, you know, you can't talk to them. There's no level of interaction, like, no contact, bare minimum, don't do it. Like, so I don't know who this is for, because he wanted me to describe the exactness of this one particular person. Like, in all those words, sadistic, jealous, insidious, narcissistic, sexual perversion, obsessive, stalker, calculating, devious, no emotions. Stay away from them. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? Like, and it's one of those things where I just, like, God, are people like really evil? Like, is she a person? Like, that type of, like, it was so, like, I don't get it. So if you picking up on that in anybody, and to know that I dated somebody like this, I think that's just even more scary. Because it's like, no wonder I thought I was dying. No wonder I was always sick. Like, you're a whole demon. Like, I wonder, like, not I wonder. I'm imagining this is how Elijah felt with Jezebel, around Jezebel, right? Like, I'm imagining she was, well, based off what we read in the Bible, but I can only really imagine what her presence felt like, being that he was so anointed. And the word that just came to my mind was entity. Because Jezebel is an entity now. She's a demonic spirit now. Like, I'm straight. So, love y'all. Ugh.